What's good? What's good, baby? Welcome to the 86th episode. God, it flew by. Of MBS, let's talk about it. Of course, I'm your host, Triggs, the Sports Junkie. And as y'all can see, I got my brothers with me. First, we're going to say, let's start with the homie from Cali in the building. What up, Keo? The hardest working man behind the scenes.
Yo, what's good, man? The 86th episode of MBS. Let's talk about it. True, it's good to see you back on camera. Um, uh, and man, I'm ready for this tonight's show, man. And then we also got Battle Political right after this show ends.
Big facts. And of course, we got my brother from VA in the building. What up, Q?
What up, man? Welcome back, man. Welcome back to the, you know what I'm saying, to the shows, man. You know, let's get it started. Let's talk about it. We talking about football, boy. Love it.
Hey, definitely, man. Y'all cut Wayne Goldman, but we can talk about that later. What's up, Keo? Let's get to these topics.
All right, the first topic that we're going to talk about is the NFL cuts. That's what we're talking about today. The NFL cuts, it's been all over everywhere. And the one of the cuts that I guess somewhat surprised people was Cam Newton, man. Cam Newton gets cut from the New England Patriots. So did the Patriots make the right decision cutting Cam Newton?
I mean, yeah, man. I think Cam, you know, like he didn't work for him last year, and like Cam, he kind of gave his job away, I guess, for not having the vaccine. I guess that's a negative of not having the vaccine because he had to go through different COVID protocols, which gave Matt Jones more snaps at practice for Belichick to check him out. You know what I'm saying? To see what he had. And I guess Belichick liked it. You know what I'm saying? He liked what he saw with Matt Jones. And I mean, you know what I'm saying? You might as well start fresh. And Cam couldn't have stayed there and been a backup. He would have been a headache. So, yeah, I understand, like, you know what I'm saying, them releasing him because you can't have Cam standing over the young boy's shoulder while he's trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to make his way in the NFL. So I just think it was a good thing for the Patriots. I mean, I guess they found their quarterback, Matt Jones, you know what I'm saying, even though his arm weak as fuck. But, you know what I'm saying, we ain't going to do that.
We already taking shots at Mac Jones. Hey. I do think the Patriots made the right moves for a lot of the same reasons you just mentioned. I don't think that Cam Newton is going to be okay with being a backup. And it seemed like they're very excited about the Mac Jones era. And if they decided, then who's to say they shouldn't start him? You know, we have a similar situation going on in Chicago. And I know people will say, well, Andy Dalton's not Cam Newton. I get that. But if the Bears are excited, they're handling it a different way than the way the Patriots are. It seems like the core of the fan base wants Justin Fields to be starting, but they said, no, we're going to go with Andy Dalton. We're going to see what we have with that, and we're going to move forward. And if it doesn't work out, then we'll come back. Is either way really wrong? No, either way is wrong. It's a perspective. It's Bill Belichick sees it this way, Matt Nagy sees it that way. And that's fine. That is fine. At the end of the day, they both have their own perspective. But for me, I feel like I didn't think the Patriots were going to be that good anyway this season. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I didn't expect them to be good last season. Keo and I actually betted last year on how good the Patriots was going to be. I did get a little nervous when they signed Cam Newton last second, but I was like, man, we're going to rock with it. It's going to be what it's going to be. And I feel like the same thing this year. I feel like the Patriots was going to be, you know, around the 500 team, nothing crazy. You might as well go with the future. If you believe he's the future, you believe he's the guy, let's see what he got. And if he doesn't come through, now you know. Look, Mac Jones not that guy. Maybe give him a year or two, and then you start all over again. But you have to find out if he is the guy. And I have no issue with the way Bill Belichick is handling it.
Really. Um,
Here we go.
uh,
Here we go.
um,
Here we go.
I was definitely surprised by this move by what the Patriots did. It definitely shocked me. It shocked not just me but a lot of people out there, man, because I figured, Mac Jones would, learn the system, not get thrown into the Wolves first start of the season, because preseason is completely different to the regular season, and you're dealing with the starters, man, the actual starters that's playing the game, not the second or third string players on the defensive side. And um, they, when it comes to rookie NFL quarterbacks, defensive coordinators, and linebackers, defensive ends, and defensive tackles, they make a living out of them, man. They smell blood when they see NFL rookie quarterbacks uh, playing in the first year of the season. And I thought, I figured when they re-signed Cam Newton, I was like, okay, they re-signed Cam Newton. They're gonna give him an opportunity. He dealt with COVID um, through the pandemic last season, and I thought they were gonna give him another shot. And Belichick throughout the whole time he says, "Cam's our quarterback. Cam's our quarterbacks." And then next thing you know, they cut Cam Newton. So I I was definitely surprised by it. And I think Cam Newton. People say that he wants to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. He won't be a starting quarterback, but he will find an NFL team. And I think Cam Newton right now, I would put him in the starting positions over a couple NFL teams right now. I'm not saying Cam Newton is that same guy, but I think Cam Newton is still a solid player from the first, 4 games that I was able to see him play. He looked pretty solid until COVID hit, and it definitely hurt him, and it hurted his game. So I was definitely surprised with Cam Newton getting cut by the New England Patriots.
Okay. Okay. So who you think? Who you think he should be like? Where's a destination that you feel like he could be a starter at? 'Cause I
The
know
Dallas Cowboys, man. What?
a starter.
Woo! I meant like no, not a
Oh,
starter.
Oh,
Oh,
I
starter.
remember.
Okay, starter. When I look at the starting quarterbacks right now in the NFL, I'll definitely start him over Andy Dalton. I'll definitely start him
but
over.
if you have Justin Fields, would you go get him still?
Nah.
No.
Okay.
I'll definitely start him over Jalen Hurts. Um, I'll definitely start him over Daniel Jones. Um, and I don't care what you people think about it. I'll definitely start him over Derek Carr.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. So
Um,
where?
yeah, I think
Go ahead.
Cam. I think Cam would be a good quarterback at the with the Saints, man.
Don't do that. Don't be that.
Ooh.
Don't do that. We not about to
Ooh.
say that.
Oh, get him, Q.
But
Get
look,
him, Q.
hey, y'all ain't
Get
got no
him.
solid QB, bro.
Man, don't disrespect.
So
Don't
so so
disrespect Jameis
so
Winston.
so Hill and Winston better than him.
Man, I'm taking famous Jameis today.
Okay, got
All right, look, I'm gonna tell you this. I do think Cam Newton could be a starter for the Houston Texans.
you.
I'll be honest.
Mm.
That's
That's
a legit argument. Possibly Denver if you want to make him and Teddy fight it out with Drew Lock, maybe.
Yeah, right.
But everywhere else, man, I just don't see it. I think that they have a young guy that they have to at least see if that's the guy. Y'all bring up Jalen Hurts. I'm not a Jalen Hurts guy, but they drafted him in the second round, I believe.
Yeah.
And if they believe that he's that guy, they have to see what they have with him. So I think the only two destinations in my mind is the Broncos and possibly not possibly, and the Texans. I'll throw a wild card in there. only if they get off to a rough start, and that's the Washington football team. Ron Rivera's the head coach. You know, Cam had his best year with Ron Rivera as his head coach in Carolina.
Right.
That team has a ferocious defense. They have a good running game. That could be a possibility if Washington gets up to the wrong foot. But I think that Ron Rivera kind of wants to go down his own path, move on from Cam Newton, do his own thing. So I don't think that's really a possibility. But that would be a wild card for me.
Okay. Next, we are going to go to some NFL predictions.
Let's go.
Every single week, what we've been doing, we've been giving our predictions for each division from both conferences. Last week we were able to do the East. This week we are doing the North, and a day before kickoff, before Thursday's game, we will be doing the South next week. So really quick, Drew, I know you were out and you weren't at the right place during that time last week, but really quick, your NFC East and AFC East predictions really quick.
I'm just tired of winners. I mean, at the end of the day, like, we know Buffalo's going to win the AFC East. We're not about to sit here and do that. You know, I know you like Mac Jones kill. I know you like Bill Belichick. I wonder what happened to your boy Stiddy, but we're not going to bring that up. You know, I'm going to let that go. I'm going to let you live with that one. But at the end of the day, man, we know Buffalo's going to take that division. I don't see that. I think that Josh Allen's going to take the next step in becoming that elite quarterback. And I think that team is just built to win right now. So I'm going to say they win the AFC East. And the NFC East, get your mama in here, get your daddy in here, get all your friends. I'm about to tell you, no, the Dallas Cowboys are not going to win the division. No, the New York Giants are not going to win the division. No, the Philadelphia Eagles will not win the division. I got the Washington football team. I think they're going to win this division with running the football, playing defense, and hopefully Ryan Fitzpatrick, he can contain his interceptions. If he does that, that team, man, I think sky's the limit. I really think that team's I know it's gonna sound crazy. I think they're a Super Bowl contender, man. That's how good I think they are. I'm not saying they're gonna win the Super Bowl. I already told you I got the Rams going to the Super Bowl, even though Q don't like that. But I got the Rams going. But I think Washington's going to be a tough out, man. I think they're going to win the NFC East. Point blank.
All right. So let's go to the North now. We're gonna start with the NFC North. How we got the North?
All right, NFC North. Let me see. All right, and last, I got the Detroit Lions, man.
Okay.
The house that Matthew Stafford built. You know
wow.
Yo, like, this team has been the laughing stock of the league ever since I could remember, man. Like, other than Barry Sanders, Detroit Lions are a laughing stock. You know what I'm saying? They get, their quarterbacks go to other teams and they're glorified like they're like some type of champion. Like, I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm finding a way to get on Matthew Stafford back, man, because I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the Stafford. Like, you know what I'm saying? Praising. Like, y'all not going to praise that guy. But look, Goff, you know what I'm saying? He's not Stafford, you know what I'm saying? I guess he'll lose one less game. I don't got them winning even 4 games in this division. I got them in last place, you know what I'm saying? But on 3, I got the Vikings. You know what I'm saying? On Kirk Cousins.
Wow.
He a liability, man. You know what I'm saying? He a liability. They got talent. They got Jefferson. They have Thielen. They have what's the running back?
Dalvin Cook.
Yeah,
on my
Cook.
fantasy team.
Oh yeah, they have Cook.
Man.
They got Cook. They got talent. But I just, if they had a better quarterback, I mean, I had them in a better seat in this division. But yeah, it's the QB for me, and I don't think he gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Not Kirk Cousins. So I got them at 3. Chicago Bears. I got them at the 2 because I mean I just think their defense crazy. You know what I'm saying? They got the defense if they can run the ball, and I think they have to put in field. They have to put in field because Andy Dalton, he's another one. He's another one. I have a list of quarterbacks today that people like said they're good, but like Kaepernick's not in the league, but he's better than these guys probably. You know what I'm saying? But they have jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like Andy Dalton, Stafford. Like it's a long list of these guys, but like like I just don't think that Andy Dalton could do anything for them. You know what I'm saying? I think Fields can come in there, be electrifying, and get them the 2. And that 1, of course, the Packers, man. Aaron A-Rod, man. You know what I'm saying? A-Rod, he came back with. I mean that sums it up. You know what I'm saying? That sums it up. A-Rod came back. You know what I'm saying? They could like have a team full of the guys that made up that high school team, and I think Aaron Rodgers will make the playoffs with them guys.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Aaron Rodgers that talented, and he came back and he made this team a contender instantly. So yeah, they're number 1 in the NFC North.
All right, let me set this guy straight, man. I'm so lost on what he said. But he got the bottom team correct. The Lions will come in last place. I think that they have a lot of rebuilding to do. They may shock us, but they're gonna have to shock me because I'm with you. I think 4 games is pushing it. I think they're gonna be around that mark. They'll be terrible. They'll have a top 10 pick for sure. I think the Bears are coming in 3rd. I do think Justin Fields will get the starting job somewhere within the 4th, 5th week. And when they go to him, they're going to have their ups and downs. He's not going to come in and win a whole bunch of games. He's going to show some promise. He's going to make some mistakes. And that's what rookie quarterbacks do. So I do think they'll be in 3rd. They'll be around 7 and 9. Well, now they play 17 games, right?
Yeah.
So now they'll be about 7 and 10.
Yeah, 17 games.
Yeah, so they play 7. Yeah, it'll be 7 and 10. That 8 and 9. They'll be around that 500 mark, right below it to me. Coming in at 2. I'm about to shock the world. I got the Green Bay Packers. I think the Packers coming in at 2. The Packers, to me, Aaron Rodgers is not happy there. Devontae Adams is not happy there. In a sense, I think that I just saw something come out where Jordan Love, they were bragging about Jordan Love. I don't know, man. I think if it gets rocky at the beginning, they may look to move Aaron Rodgers. I'm not saying they will. I'm saying they may look into that. I know that might sound crazy to some people, but I got the Packers coming in at the 2nd spot in the NFC North. But coming in at number 1, I'm going with the Minnesota Vikings, man. Come on, bro. They added Rashard Breeland. I think is a decent corner. Patrick Peterson. I'm not saying he's old Patrick Peterson, but that's a nice addition. Harrison Smith in that secondary. That's a really good secondary that has a lot of veteran leadership that can definitely do some good things. We know the Vikings, for the most part, they have a good defense year in and year out. And then you just brought it up, Q. That offense, man. You got 2 very talented receivers, all-pro running back in your backfield. It's up to Kirk Cousins. And I know we're going to sit here and we're going to beat that dead horse until it's over. But I'm just saying, Kirk Cousins has got his team to the playoffs. He has gotten a playoff win in New Orleans. And I don't like to say that, but that's what happened. He came to New Orleans and beat the Saints a couple of years ago. So I just think the Vikings are going to be a much better team than people are talking about. And I think they're going to win the division. I really do. Go ahead, Kia. Unleash.
Okay. Coming in last, I got the Detroit Lions. They do get a change of quarterback. but I don't think it's gonna make much of a difference because you lost both of your starting wide receivers, Marvin Jones, Kenny Galladay. Then you go add Tyrell Williams from the Raiders. You try to get Prashad Perryman. I think he got cut also
They
by the
did. They
Lions,
released him. He signed
which
with the
didn't make
Bears.
no type of sense at all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but one bright thing that I can say about them, I think the defense will be better though. They added Michael Brockers. They added Marlowe. They added your former guy, Alex Azalone, to replace Jared Davis. I think they still looking for what type of player Jeff Okuda could be. I think they're still looking for that Darius Slay, but I think Jeff Okuda still have time left. They still got Trey Flowers in there and Jamie Collins. So I still just think this is still a young team and it's just not enough for me. So I got them finishing last, man. I think they'll probably win 6 games at the most. Coming in third for me, um, I'm going with the Chicago Bears in third place. Um, I think Andy Dalton, he's the starter. He's arguably probably the worst quarterback that's starting right now. Um,
Right.
So I don't know. There's not much that you could say about that. You got Andy Dalton starting. David Montgomery was looking pretty good. They added Damian Williams, who used to play for the Chiefs. Um, Tariq Cohen, he is not healthy. He's coming. He had that ACL injury. I think keeping Allen Robinson, I thought he was gonna leave, but I think it's a good thing that they actually still have him there. I think Darnell Mooney is a guy that could possibly shine for you, and then their defense. With uh, you know, guys like Eddie Jackson. You got Khalil Mack on there, Roquan Smith, Robert Quinn, Danny Trevathan. That defense, I think the defense will hold down the fort for the team. Um, I don't got them that far from the Detroit Lions, though, man. I think they'll probably win maybe 7 or 8 games at the most. I think they'll struggle and be very inconsistent throughout the season. Coming at number 2 for me, I am going with the Minnesota Vikings, man. I think the Minnesota Vikings, they're a team that's very always inconsistent every year. They'll go on a little winning streak and then they'll just shut down later throughout the course of the season. So that's a team that I have right now. I don't make it to the playoffs. I think only one team in the North will make it to the playoffs. I think the Vikings will probably win at least maybe 8 or 9 games. Kirk Cousins Kirk Cousins, he's a good quarterback in the regular season. He puts up great statistical numbers. Um, a quarterback coming out of Michigan State, and he had 35. I think he had 30 or 35 touchdowns. And then you got somebody like a Justin Jefferson who emerged last season over 1,400 yards receiving, and you add Adam Thielen. They did lose their starting tight end. I think it was Irv Smith to an injury, and I think they were able to make a trade to acquire a tight end to fill in for his spot. So and I just think the guys like Dalvin Cook will hold it down for the team. Um, I do like the secondary though, man. They got guys like they got added some nice pieces, man. They added Patrick Peterson, Brashard Breeland. You still got Harrison Smith there, signed that big contract. So I like that secondary though, man. They're not young, they're not going by youth anymore. So I think the secondary, I think they'll be a little bit better, but just not enough to be able to um make it to the playoffs. And the team that I got first obviously is the Green Bay Packers. You got Aaron Rodgers there. That's all I could say. I think the defense gets over. I think I think the defense gets overlooked a lot. Just based off of when you see Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, and Aaron Jones. And then you got I think guys that get overlooked is somebody like Preston Smith and Zadarius Smith. You got a Jair Alexander. I think right now, man, if you based off of the performance what this guy did last season against the top receivers, he's the top 3 cornerback in the league right now, man. Um, and people don't look at that because you look at Jair Alexander over the guys like the Jalen Ramseys of the world, and they obviously they don't see that. But based off of what this guy has done last season, I think he's in the top of the list when we talk about cornerbacks. You could pull up any number, any receiver that he went up against, he slowed them down or he shut them down. But with that being said, man, it's Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams. They still got their corner pieces, and I got the Packers finishing off number 1. I think they'll win at least 11 to 12 games. All right.
Hey, so y'all boys said Rashad Breeland and Patrick Peterson, right? They 2 cornerbacks that they ain't have a team to go to, so you know what I'm saying. Like the Vikings got them, man. They showing what
No,
they got released, man. Like shit
no,
like that.
actually that's not true. Patrick Peterson had more than a couple options of teams to go to. So let's not be disrespectful.
But if he was
like
still
nobody.
good, he'd be on the team on his original team.
Oh, okay.
Based off of the salary cap, they weren't able to reach to an agreement with Patrick Peterson.
Oh, but they could get
Because
with guys
like DeAndre Hopkins getting a big contract, you got guys like Kyler Murray who's due for a big contract. They had to make a move, and it was a mutual agreement. It wasn't because of Arizona. It was also, his decision. Also, Arizona wanted to keep him.
I defend Breeland.
I'm not going to defend Breeland.
He ain't like Patrick.
Okay, come on now, man. You can't do that. You guys signed Michael Kendricks later in the season.
He on IR, man. He hurt. Don't do that.
Okay, now you're making excuses now.
He ain't do that.
Hold on. Since you want to go there, you guys signed Clinton Dix. Oh,
and he got cut too. The boys got cut. They got cut.
Then. And those two didn't get cut. And those
maybe
two
they need
didn't
to go
get
to Dallas Cowboys.
And those two didn't get cut because they're on an actual football team. Clinton Dix got cut. He's no longer on the football team.
Man, y'all.
Don't
y'all
compare
gave $75 million to do with Tommy John. Come
on, man. You're comparing the resume of Patrick Peterson and Clinton Dix.
What you mean? He got cut though.
You right. That's an LSU boy. What up, though?
Come on, man.
It
doesn't matter though, man.
He not even on the team there.
All right, who we got in the AFC North, man? What we doing?
AFC North. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got the Bengals last. You know what I'm saying? Burrows, he got to show me something. You know what I'm saying? He got some weapons. He got some receivers. He got a running back if Mixon can stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? But I still got them in last. They winning about 5, not 6, 5 games at the most. You know what I'm saying? And like it's crazy because like they bring Burrows back. You know what I'm saying? You got your franchise quarterback, but you still got him behind the weak line that got him hurt in the first place. You know what I'm saying? They ain't really do nothing to their line. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going to happen with them this season. You know what I'm saying? I just think they're not going to be good at all. And 3, I got the Steelers. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be
Wow.
good, man. The Steelers gonna be good, man. But it's just because of Ben, man. Like Ben, he throws nothing but drag routes now. He doesn't even try to push it down the field. Like he throws curl routes and drag routes. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't even have to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to worry about your safety. Just like, oh, I can sit on this. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not throwing the ball down the field anymore. So like, and they have the talent to do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? They have Claypool. You know what I'm saying? I think he gonna be good. He on my fantasy team. I think on one
Oh
of them. You know what I'm
God, here
saying?
we
But
go.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. But
Hey, trade that boy to me. Ben can't throw no go route.
you don't think? I mean, I think he can. He just don't do it. He didn't do it.
Nah, I'm just messing with
Yeah,
you, bro.
cause they ain't have a running game, so it's like you know what I'm saying. They ain't have to stack the box. They can play coverage, and you know what I'm saying. Bennett throw a pick. You know what I'm saying? If he ain't throw them drag routes and shit, but yeah, I got the Steelers 3. I know you looked at me crazy because I got them 3, but yeah, I got them 3, man.
Hey, no judgment. Hey, you choose who you want, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. The Browns at 2. You know what I'm saying. The Browns.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, the Browns could very well be one, man. If Baker step his game up, they got a good running game. They got good receivers. They got Odell coming back. You know what I'm saying? See how he fit in with them boys. You know what I'm saying? I just think they could be good, man. They have an all right defense. You know what I'm saying? They got But you know what I'm saying, Baker, he just gotta do better, man, because he had a chance last year, man, with Patrick Mahomes out. He had a chance to, you know what I'm saying, the playoffs, and he like blew it. You know what I'm saying? So he gotta show me something this year, man. And I mean, they got Chubb, they got Hunt. You know what I'm saying? They got some talent, man. But like, it's Baker, man. It's Baker or bust. You know what I'm saying? That's what type time I'm on with them, man. And I number 1, easy, Ravens, man. Lamar Jackson, man. The best quarterback / running back in the league, bruh. In the league. That boy nice, man. That boy, I mean, he lost his running back, you know what I'm saying? But like he the running back. He the running back. He gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have 1,000 yard rushing, you know what I'm saying? Maybe 3,000 passing. You know what I'm saying? All to Andrews, but you know what I'm saying. He gonna be wide open because you gotta respect. You gotta respect the run with the Ravens first. So, like, I just think Lamar Jackson gonna have like another good season. You know what I'm saying? I got him on one of my fantasy teams too. I think he gonna do something. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just think Lamar Jackson can put this team on his back, man. He one of them. He one of them ones, man.
All
I
right.
mean, y'all talk about that's what I'm saying. Y'all talk about Matthew Stafford and all these guys breathing, and then I say Lamar Jackson good, and it's like, oh, like I'm wilding, but nah,
Hey, hey, no judgment. Hey, you do you, boss.
that's crazy, man.
All right. So Joe Burrow, Zach Taylor, the Bengals, they're definitely coming in last. I just think that they're still a young team, man. They're still very young. I do think they're going to compete, though. I think they're going to get to 6 wins. I think they're going to give the Ravens a scare. I think they're going to give the Steelers a scare. I think they're going to give the Browns a scare. But ultimately, those teams are just a little bit above them right now, where they're at as far as, that's a young team in Cincinnati. So I got the Bengals coming in last. Coming in at third to last. In third place, I should say. I got the Baltimore Ravens. I think my man's being a homer. I think he's being a homer. He's on that East Coast stuff, DMV area. Hey, I ain't mad at you. I know Baltimore right there. Shout out to Tay-Rock, man. But, yeah, bro. Baltimore, Lamar Jackson, bro. They said that they figured him out. He said he don't think that he's been figured out. I've seen Mike Vick have some good years, and then I've seen Mike Vick not have the greatest years. And I feel like their game is somewhat similar. Nobody can say it. And on top of that, Mike Vick had a much better supporting cast in Philadelphia than what he has in Baltimore, Lamar Jackson. Sammy Watkins is not a bad receiver, but is he that guy? Do you think that Hollywood Brown is that guy? You know, we saw flashes, but are they number one receivers? I don't know about all that. They just lost J.K. Dobbins. They let Mark Ingram leave. Is Gus Edwards an every down, 3-down back? Are you giving Hill some touch, some play? I don't know, man. It's a lot of question marks with them. I know their defense is going to be what their defense is. Justin Tucker's going to be what he is. But I just think the other two teams is a notch above. And I'm going to go with the number 2 team in the division, the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think people forget that team, I think if I'm correct, started 11-0 last season. Now, you may say, oh, they played a bunch of scrubs. When they started playing the elite teams like Buffalo and Kansas City, they lost. But they started the season, I want to say, like 11-0, bro. We're not about to sit here and do that. Claypool's another year within the system. Deontay Johnson's there. They added Najee Harris, a young, hungry running back. So I'm going with the Steelers at number 2. But at number 1, man, I like what Kevin Stefanski has got going on up there, I should say, because I'm down in the South. Up there in Cleveland, man. That two-headed monster in the backfield. Those receivers. Baker Mayfield, we forget there's a number 1 overall pick just a few years ago. That defense, adding Jadeveon Clowney to already a pretty loaded defense. I think that running game, that defense, and then the play action ability of Baker Mayfield and those type of wide receivers is going to be the difference maker. I got Cleveland winning this division, man. I know that's not a popular pick. Maybe a lot of people like the Ravens, a lot of people like the Steelers, but I got the Browns winning the division, man.
At last, I'm going with the Bengals. I think this team, I think they'll light up the football field. I think their offense is gonna look really good, but I just think more as for statistical situations. I just don't think they're gonna have to learn how to finish and win games. I think that's gonna be their issue. But they got. I like what I see there, man. With Boyd, T. Higgins. You got Jamar Chase over there. Hopefully, he could catch the ball in the regular season.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Joe Mixon. I think Joe Mixon's very underrated. And Joe Burrow. To see how much they'll let this guy go, especially coming off a major injury like that. And, he did get drafted number 1. So I do got them at number 4. Number 3, I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens at number 3.
Wow.
I think losing J.K. Dobbins is definitely huge. You're going to rely on Gus Edwards to carry the load, which is going to be tough. So defensive coordinators, they're going to expect Lamar Jackson to run the ball. I think that's all he can't do. He's yet to prove that he actually can throw the ball and stay in the pocket instead of scrambling outside the pocket and getting those yards. That's great and all, but eventually those type of hits going to get a toll on you. And he got to learn how to pass the ball, man. He's had that issue when he was in Louisville. In Louisville, he won the Heisman Trophy. He came to the NFL, won MVP. That's great. Now it's time for you to actually win some playoff games. And his record is not impressive when it comes to the postseason. And I think that's one thing that people point at Lamar Jackson, that, hey, you do this, you do that. How about you win some playoff games for us? And, the wide receiving core, I'm not too confident with about that. So I'm not sure if Marquise Brown going to have to step it up. If Marquise Brown has to step it up, I know he's going to rely too much on Mark Andrews. and I'm not sure if he's gonna able to pull it off. They did draft Rashad Bateman, but he did get injured during the preseason, so we'll see how healthy it is and how much they use um Bateman in the passing game. Going at number two, I like the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. The Pittsburgh Steelers, that receiving core they got with Juju Smith, Deontay Johnson, Claypool, and then you drafted Najee Harris, and he looks like an every down back to me. I think he's going to rush for 1,000 yards, at least 1,000 yards. I think he'll be a decent running back for that team, something that they've been looking for at that running back position. And then their defense, I like that defense with T.J. Watt, um, Minka Fitzpatrick. I think when you talk about the safety, that was the smartest things that they ever done training to get this guy. So I like that defense, man, and I think both sides of the ball it's gonna look pretty good. So I got them finishing at three. No, I got them finishing at two. Sorry about that. At number one, I got the Cleveland Browns, man. Cleveland Browns, Money Mayfield. That's what I call him now, not Baker Mayfield. Money Mayfield, the next guy that's gonna get a contract in the NFL. He's lived up to expectations, exceeded expectations. As far as his draft pick goes, a lot of people thought he was going to be the bust of the NFL. A lot of people, I'm not going to say who, was trying to compare him to Johnny Manziel, but hey, he's done way more than Johnny Manziel and accomplished way more than Johnny Manziel. And I don't want to hear about that Odell Beckham nonsense. Every single year, Odell. Oh, Odell looks pretty good this year, man. Odell, I like what I seen in practice. But hey, Odell, can you do it on the football field? And that's been the biggest issue. Odell Beckham hasn't been the same player since he left the New York Giants. Um, uh, Jarvis Landry, his numbers has declined since Odell Beckham came on that team. Um, I think the team is better without Odell Beckham, man. Um, but we'll see what happens. Maybe Odell will actually show up this time instead of being in music videos with Drake in them.
Don't do that.
All right. So with that being said, I got the Cleveland Browns advancing and winning the division.
And we normally never agree on anything, but we actually agree on the entire division. But you end your everything with disrespecting Odell Beckham.
Right.
And then on top of that, then you say Odell was your sleeper in fantasy this year.
Yeah, he is, but he got to show it, man.
So you hold him accountable.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
like,
that
he wants to say something though, Kia.
I ain't got nothing to say, bro. Yeah, I got
all right.
that.
So that ends our predictions for the NFC and AFC North. Next week, we'll be finishing off our predictions with the AFC and NFC South.
Oh my
God. Yeah, so we're gonna finish AFC and NFC South. So we'll be back next week for that. We got some college football games coming up this week. We'll be releasing our picks this upcoming weekend. With that being said, we're moving on to our last sports topic, and we're going to be talking about Jake Paul. So Jake Paul was successful in a split decision, wins in a 2-1 split decision against Tyron Woodley. So Jake Paul 4-0 now in his boxing career. Is it time that we take Jake Paul seriously now?
Hey, man, no, like, hey, he need to fight a real fighter. Give, because he said he want Canelo. Give him Canelo. Canelo will beat the brakes off that boy. Canelo would do him dirty. So, like, yeah, give him a real boxer. I'm tired of this giving them retired UFC guys. You know what I'm saying? Hey, dude, the dude he fought before Woodley, he just had like a hip replacement or some shit, ain't it? Before he did, Like, hey, they're not incredible fights, man. Let's be real. These fights are. He fought Nate Robinson. Nate can't box. Nate thought he could just come in there and street fight, throw blows, and he got. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that in boxing. You get. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be disciplined, and he won't. You know what I'm saying? He was just letting his hands go, and he got caught. So like, none of them fights are credible. So I'm not taking that guy serious, man. Like, give him a real fighter. Give him a real fighter, not no UFC guy. Give him a boxer. Hey, give him a like a young boxer that's coming up or something, about that is weight or something. They will beat the brakes off him because he's not that good of a boxer. A lot of his punches, it's like he be closing his eye on them overhand punches. He be closing his eyes and they connect. Like that's like when you fighting in school and you just bow hit somebody and you not even looking, you ain't thinking about it. Like nah, he not a good boxer. I don't take him serious, not at all. Not at all.
Hey, before I even go, I want to hear what Keo has to say, because boy, this is two different ends of the spectrum. Keo, please, by all means, go next.
I'm taking Jake Paul seriously. The dude's 4-0. People make excuses for it when it comes to Jake Paul every single time. People thought he was gonna lose to Ben Askren. He knocked his ass out. When they found out that when he knocked him out, they said, "Oh, he needs to go against somebody that could actually box." Tyrone Woodley. When they found out Woodley was fighting him, they said, "Oh, Woodley's gonna be the man." This is a guy that actually knows how to box and has a boxing background. But guess what? You lost, man. 2-1 in a split decision, man. I mean, it's like, dude, people have excuses every single time when it comes to Jake Paul, man. I just think that the dude, when you look at guys like when you when you look at when you look at guys in the boxing world, everybody wants a piece of him, man. These boxers right now, they do want a piece of him, man. And I like what Jake Paul did in this fight, man. Instead of knocking him out, he showed his overall skill as a boxer, and I think he's serious about his boxing career, man. This dude ain't taking no joke about it. It wasn't like no damn Logan Paul fight. All these fights, boxing fights, are sanctioned. He got his Nevada State's boxing license also as a boxer. And going into this fight, the dude landed 30% of his jabs, 122 to Woodley's 23%. He only landed 48 in there. And they this is a guy that they said that Tyrone Woodley knows how to box, and Tyrone Woodley was gonna knock this guy out. When we go to power shots, in the fourth round, I'll give that to Woodley. Woodley did take that fourth round. He had some major power shots. Woodley actually landed 41 out of his 115 power shots, which equaled up to 36%. But guess what, man? Jake Paul landed 35 power shots out of 85 with 41% accuracy, man. So, I mean, the numbers are there. As when you talk about Jake Paul as a boxer, I'm taking him seriously, man. The dude's 4-0. How about somebody comes in there and shut this guy up? How about you knock his ass out, so people could be quiet about this already? And I hate to say this, man. Jake Paul is making the sport of boxing relevant right now. He's making it active. You look at the past 3-4 years, people say, "Oh, boxing's dead." Hell yeah, it's been dead, man. But Jake Paul's here to save it. Hold on. You could talk when I'm done. I'm not done yet. Um, when it comes to Jake Paul compared to these boxers like these clowns, Terrence Crawford, these clowns, Aaron Spence, these airheads like Devin Haney and Canelo Alvarez over there. Those dudes, they don't market themselves as boxers. They rely on their promoters. You know what Jake Paul does? He does it. He does it himself. He markets himself as a boxer, and he advertises himself. He don't need no damn promoters. And I think I'm taking Jake Paul seriously. And I've been taking him seriously since his previous fight. So Jake Paul's here to stay.
so, 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 so let me get this straight. Q thinks it's a complete joke, and Kia thinks he's here to stay. He's here to be a staple in boxing. He's a guy that can actually compete within the sport of boxing. That's what you're telling me.
Yep.
Okay, so I have his TikTok right here. He put a list out, and on that list, I want to make sure I get it correct, and I want to know what you think, Keo. He had the first fight that he had the Nate Robinson and the Ben Askren, and then he had Tyrone Woodley, and he said, basically he got all those dubs. We're not going to take that from him. The next person on his list is Canelo. That's what he has on his list. What happens if he fights Canelo Alvarez, Keo?
I think he'll beat him.
What? Hey.
I just by IQ, footwork, punching power, punching accuracy, man. Going by the eye test, I would take Jake Paul, man. He's more young, more hungrier. I think he's more determined. Canelo nearly lost his last fight. And when you're going against somebody that's hungry, I think Jake Paul would actually beat him.
Bruh. Okay, so first of all, he had Canelo next. And that's ludicrous to think that he could actually beat Canelo. We're going to drug test you right after the show. But then he had Nate and Nick Diaz. So that to me would be more in his realm. Going back to what Q said, he's not really fighting a boxer. He's fighting UFC guys. Not to say they don't have no boxing background. We're not here to debate that. But we're talking about a professional boxer. That's what that's their livelihood. Canelo, that's his livelihood. Then he got Kamaru Usman on his list. Then he got Timmy Fury. He would lose that in my mind. Conor McGregor. Now that's a payday for him. If he's just simply looking for a payday, you put him and McGregor in the ring.
Yeah.
If we thought he made money before that, boy, if he fought McGregor,
I'll pay for that.
Their mama would order that fight just because of all the backstory, how much it would be the hype behind it. Because those dudes would both be talking crazy the entire way up into the fight. Now that's something I would actually pay for. But we're not about to sit here and do this, Keo. Then he has Gervonta Davis on his list. Then he has his own brother on the list. Come on, man. This dude is clowning right now. And it's working. People are buying it. I watched the fight this past week. I'm not gonna hold y'all, but Keo, Woodley gave him a run for his money. And that's no disrespect to Tyrone.
He lost though,
great
man.
UFC fighter, Hall of Famer. We give him his flowers. But if he got in the ring with Canelo Alvarez, it would get ugly. At the end of the day,
he has more punching power. He has knockout power over Canelo Alvarez.
Canelo don't have punching power.
No, not when you go against somebody like Jake Paul. You don't. I'm speaking on Jake Paul because I take him seriously. You guys take him as a joke. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see him against Conor McGregor. I don't want to see him against Nick and Nate Diaz. I don't want to see him against Kamaru Usman. You guys said put him in the ring against a boxer. I want to see him against a damn boxer. Anybody else he'll beat or he'll knock them out. Anybody outside of a boxer.
Is he gonna? So you think that he can actually beat Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez? You think he can beat these guys?
Yeah, I think there's a possible chance.
Bruh,
anything's possible, man.
He can't even beat Gervonta. He can't even beat him, bro.
He's 4-0. He's undefeated as a boxer. He's a professional boxer at the end of the day. Just because you guys say these guys are professional boxers, Jake Paul is a professional boxer at the end of the day. You guys take it as a joke, though, man. You guys, so you guys are not taking this serious. Me,
No,
I'm a bo-
it's
I'm a
funny
bo- I'm a bo-
because
I'm a boxing fan. I cover boxing, so I take it seriously,
you're not
man.
making it seem
You
like you cover it because
but
you
so
cannot be serious and
you
sit
must
here
not
and
know.
tell me he can beat
You
Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah, I think he can.
Butterbean was a boxer too.
Dude, hey, you know
Like I
what? We
said,
not about to.
like I said, you guys taking it as a joke, but at the end of the day, you guys are watching his fight. So what does that say about you guys?
I'm watching. It's entertainment. It's entertainment. At the end of the day, I don't deny it. It's entertaining. It's definitely entertaining. But to sit here and think that he could beat Canelo, I think that you, him, and anybody that thinks that obviously don't cover boxing or need to be drug tested. There's
No,
no
that's
way.
my opinion, though, man. I'm entitled to my own opinion, but that's my
Hey, you right.
opinion.
You right.
If I think,
You
if
right.
I think, if I think he could beat him, then I think he could beat him.
All right. Hey,
Canelo hand speed is way, man. He would
Canelo
Hand speed? He doesn't have no hand speed.
more than Jake. More than man.
First of all, I'm gonna say this: if he fights Canelo, he's not making it past 3 rounds.
Actually, it'll go 12 rounds if it pass if he fights Canelo.
Are you crazy? I don't.
No.
It may not go past the first if Canelo doesn't play with him, but
He's a professional boxer, just like Canelo. So what makes him any different? Two professional
Canelo has
boxers fighting
dominated
against
the
each other.
sport of boxing.
You guys said you want him to fight a boxer, right? So what is Jake Paul? A professional boxer. You want to see him fight a boxer? You make it seem like he's not
ass beat.
That's your opinion. You're entitled. You're entitled. You're entitled to your opinion. Unlike you, I'm not going to question your on your opinion compared to mine. I'm not going to question what you have to say about that. That's my opinion is I think he could beat Canelo.
And Woodley was way shorter than he was jumping the punch.
Woodley lost. And Woodley lost the fight.
Canelo, I know you all a graphic man. I swear to God, you don't have to even do it. I'm gonna create a video of you saying, "I think he could beat Canelo," and it's gonna show him get knocked out. Oh, I think he could beat Canelo. It's gonna show him get knocked out.
And I'll say it again. I think he could beat Canelo.
Man, if it wasn't for the ropes, man, he almost went out the damn ring, man. Whitley almost knocked him out the ring.
Hey, would've, coulda,
that was supposed to be a standing count. Like I don't know why they ain't even. That was a knockdown. He knocked him down.
Would've, coulda, should've. At the end of the day, Tyron Woodley lost that fight.
I agree with
and
that. Look at this. Correct. He won the fight. Paul.
The ref thought it was wrestling. He let him bounce off the rope.
And look at this. Woodley was so embarrassed about it. He wants a damn rematch already. He's willing to give a tattoo that says "I love Jake Paul." That's how embarrassed the dude was losing to Jake Paul.
Hey, so you don't think he should run it back?
No, I don't think he should run it back. I think it's off to the next boxer. I hope it's the next boxer.
Okay, we spent way too much time on this topic. Let's go to the next one, man, because we got another show to do after this.
Right.
All right, we may have to cut through some topics for tonight. So, with that being said, let's okay, so what we're gonna do now is
question of the week. Let's just go.
Yeah. Okay, question of the week is So has been a lot of movies out this past summer. So when you talk about movies this past summer, what has been the best movie you've seen this summer?
I gotta go with Suicide Squad 2, man. That's you know what I'm saying? Y'all suggested that. I finally looked at it. I mean, I'm not a TV guy. I don't look at too many movies and shit. Even though I went to see KANYE, man, that shit was fire. But yeah, I got Suicide Squad 2, man. That shit, I done looked at that shit like 4 times probably. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't even gonna do that. I looked at it at work and shit. So yeah, that's mine. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I ain't mad at that. I think it came out. Somebody look it up. But I know a lot of people in here probably thought I was going to say Space Jam. Shout out to Space Jam. No doubt fire. I'm going Black Widow. That was the best movie I've seen, and I actually watched it just recently. Now it's been out for a while, but I think it came out during the summer because I went and watched Space Jam at the movies, and I want to say Black Widow was there at the same time. Black Widow is fire. If y'all never saw it, that's what. If you're a Marvel's fan, I know you probably did see it, but if you didn't see it, I'm telling y'all, man, from beginning to end, from the moment the movie starts to the end, man, fire movie. I love it. I like Marvel movies, so I'm going with Black Widow as the best movie I've seen this summer.
I'm gonna go with Cruella, the best
That's
movie
a fire
this summer.
one. I ain't gonna hold you. That's a good movie.
I know people will be like, are you serious right now? But I think the Cruella movie, it was pretty dope. The storylines and the way they set things up with that movie from the beginning to end. I like that movie, man. So it was a great remake for that movie. So I'm definitely going with Cruella. We weren't able to post it today, but I will definitely have it up by tomorrow. So to see what you guys thought about the best movie of the year for summer. All right, and that is the
I like
question
both
of
of y'all
the
movies, by the way. Both of the movies was fire. I won't hold y'all. Wasn't better than
and
Black Widow, but it was cool.
all right. Actually, I'm gonna check that out now that you picked it as one of the best. Um, all right, so now we're gonna go to our shout outs and wrap up tonight's show because we gotta go to our next show right now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, shout out the team, man. Shout out X, shout out Keo. Shout out the people in the chat. Shout out the viewers, man. Appreciate all that, man. Shout out GBL. Um, yeah, man. Just shout out everybody, man.
Definitely. I'll go next, Kill. Shout out to y'all, man. Holding it down. Listen, man. I was down for a little while, but I'm back now, better than ever. And I was happy about this 86 episode, man. If y'all haven't yet, go subscribe to the page. We working over here. I'm gonna get on Q, y'all. He already knows what I'm talking about. The NFL season's coming up. He made me work hard on something, boss, and I need to finish that up. So we gonna talk about that after our show. But with that being said, man, y'all go subscribe to the brand, bro. We working hard. Y'all go subscribe, bro. With that being said, Tricks, the Sports Junkie, baby.
All right, man. Shout out to everybody that tune in, supports the show. Episode 86. Next we got Battle Political. This Thursday. Actually this Thursday. Which is tomorrow. Actually, I'll be back on the NBS show. And I'll be talking more about some Jake Paul. We're gonna give some NFL, talk some NFL. We're gonna give our college football predictions. So, with that being said, man, make sure you tune in to the NBA show tomorrow. But next is Battle Political. With that being said, we are officially out.